So this story is about a dog bite, and I've had well over a dozen dog bites that have left scars, but the circumstances around this one are kind of funny. You don't often get a funny dog bite. So here it goes. I was working at a large animal sanctuary here in northern Thailand. Now I'm not going to say what sanctuary it was because nothing from me. I got nothing but love and respect for everybody involved there and for the founder who's featured in this story. And it wouldn't be that hard to find out actually what I'm talking about and the person I'm talking about, but again, from the heart, nothing but love, so much respect. This sanctuary has a lot of elephants, buffalo, cow, pigs, monkeys, dogs, cats. At the time, I was actually working with the elephants, working with the dogs, and working with the civets. So we had these awesome palm civets who are really cute, and I was doing some target training with them and just adding a lot of enrichment to their area. Well, the civets enclosure was in a larger fenced-in area, and within this larger fenced-in area there was also a pack of dogs. This pack of dogs was led by the rather notorious Nature Boy. So Nature Boy and I had always had a pretty decent relationship. He was always sick or had been fighting, so he needed to be patched up, so I always had to administer medication or help him out. Me and him were pretty cool, but he had bit a lot of other people in the past. I was in with the civets, and from outside of the fenced-in area, I can just hear, "Staff! Staff!" And I'm like, what the heck? And I look, and outside of the fence, it's the founder of the sanctuary, and she's got some berries, and she says, "Oh, I got berries for the cats, I got berries for the cats," and then she's talking about something else. I can't really hear her that well because the dogs are barking at this point, there's quite a thing, so I holler back at her and I say, "Hey, meet me at the gate." And so I make my way out of the civet enclosure with Nature Boy and his pack following me along, and she makes her way to the gate on the other side. Now, she always had a pack of dogs that traveled with her. They were great dogs, but pack mentality being what it is, her pack and the pack on my side, Nature Boy's pack, they were having a little bit of an argument between the gate. So they're kind of going at it back and forth, and she's talking to me about getting mealworms and crickets for the civets. And I had kind of approached her earlier that day, said I'd like to do a little more enrichment in their area to get them some foraging stuff. So get them some rotten materials, get them more crickets, get them mealworms so that they can have a more suitable habitat. So she thinks this is a great idea, she's all for it, so we're talking about that. And the dogs are fighting, and I can't really hear. So the dogs on my side, Nature Boy's pack, I'm kind of like, all right, guys, come on, bye. Bye, meaning go in Thai. Go away. And so most of the dogs run off, but Nature Boy's still there fighting with the dogs through the fence, like, enough, trying to get them to settle down. And he just looks at me and gives me this look like, damn girl, you're gonna tell me what to do? And he lunges and grabs me right in the inside of my thigh above my knee. So normally this isn't the worst place to get bit, especially in someone like me, it's very fleshy there. But the day before this, I'd actually fallen through my friend's deck because of all the flesh and the rotted wood. But I had scraped all the inside there and it was a big bruise, so he got me right on the bruise, so it killed. It really hurt. So he bit and then he let go, and then he continues fighting with the dogs and the other dogs kind of gone away from the fence, and just Nature Boy there, seemingly subdued after biting me. Our glorious founder thinks it's safe to open the gate to bring in the berries for the civets, because, great, yes, let's have the civets have the berries. But one of her dogs sneaked through the gate and came into the area where Nature Boy was. So the founder quickly backtracked, stepped out of the gate, shut the door, leaving me with these two dogs that were going at each other like crazy. And upon seeing their opportunity, the rest of Nature Boy's pack also decided to come and join in the fray. So now I've got like 6 or 7 dogs against one, and I'm kind of chucking them here, chucking them there, finally get the one dog, get her out the gate, shut the door real quick. She, no seeming injury, she's fighting, she's trying to get back in. And this whole time, the founder is still talking to me about the berries. So I'm trying to pay attention to her, and the dogs are still barking, and Nature Boy's still fighting at the fence, trying to fight with the other dogs through the fence. So I step in between him and the fence, and I give him one of the, the claps, and point, bye, bye, bye. And he just gives me that look again, like, bitch, please. And this dog just jumps and lunges and grabs me right on the hand. So he had a death grip of a bite, and he starts shaking my arm and shaking my arm. And I mean, he's not a huge dog. I mean, maybe 20 kilos, so pretty big for a Thai dog, but not super big. And he's shaking, and it hurts, but I'm more annoyed than anything. And he's biting, and I can still hear the founder talking about the berries. So I actually turn and look at her on the other side of the gate, and I say, I'm sorry, I'm being bitten by the dog right now, I can't talk. While the dog still has me and is shaking my hand. And she just looks directly at me and says, okay, we'll talk later, puts the berries on the ground, and walks away while I'm still being bitten by the dog. Yeah. So once she leaves and her pack leaves, everybody's kind of settled, but the dog is still attached to me. So I'm trying to pry off, I'm trying to do the pry. He's not shaking at this point, he's just kind of on the ground and doing one of these like a tug of war. And so finally, and it's not nice, and it's not nice to talk about, but I punched the dog in the side of the head and he let go. It's one of those things, I don't condone violence against animals. I think it's irreprehensible, it's terrible, but when they don't stop biting you, you have to kind of fight back a little bit once in a while. He was fine, I promise he was fine. A big tough head, big dumb dog, and he kind of scampered off. So I've got blood dripping down my leg, and now I've got blood dripping out of my hand. So I go back in with the civets, kind of get the stuff that I had in there, gave them the rest of their treats from the positive reinforcement clicker training, but not the berries, because fuck the berries. Fuck those berries, right? So I gathered all my stuff, I get out, all the dogs are fine, Nature Boy's fine, I check on him, he's happy, let me pet him, no worries. And so I go back to the house to kind of scrub up and tend to the wounds. On the way back, it's a bit of a walk, and the blood is dripping all the way down my leg, covered my shoe, and just like kind of pouring off my fingertips. And I run into the founder's husband, who's like, again, amazing, incredible man, like wonderful, wonderful people all around. And so at first he's concerned, he's like, oh my gosh, like, are you okay? And I explained to him what happened, and he just started laughing. Because he knows his wife, and he knows, sometimes she's so in her head, and it's because her head's so full of amazing, wonderful things that maybe she doesn't always see what's right in front of her, which is my assessment, not his, but he just laughed. So I went home, dressed the wounds, no harm, no foul. Nature Boy never did bite me again after that. He did bite a lot of other people though, so kind of consistently biting people. So he was segregated, and really nobody was, not segregated, he was with his pack. It had to be really careful about who went in that area. Eventually though, a construction worker, I guess, fell in love with him and adopted him and took him home, which sounds great, except if you're in the village here in Thailand and there's a dog that's biting, those dogs end up with machetes in their heads pretty quickly. That's why, tourists or foreigners or whatever, people that come here and they say, oh wow, all the stray dogs are so nice. Like, they're not aggressive. And I go, yeah, because when they are, the locals just, either you get the chop or you get a meatball full of rat poison. So hopefully that didn't happen to Nature Boy. Hopefully he's living his best life somewhere else and not biting and not being a menace to society. The civets, I don't know what happened to the civets when I left the sanctuary. I've not actually kept up with the civets, but the founder, who I saw, every day after that, and I think I had a bandage on maybe just for a little bit. I don't really like to bandage things too much. Never asked me how it worked out with getting the dog off my hand. So these are the scars from Nature Boy. You can see you got one there, one there. The inside ones didn't scar. I guess there's just a little one there. Yep, these two little ones, but not bad. And then on my leg, if I get it to focus. So these are actually the scars from the deck. And then the bite marks are here and, or this one. I don't know. Not too bad. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. Like I said, I'm Steph. This is Tenpa Thailand. If you like this video or if you want to see more like this, definitely let me know in the comments and you can give it a like so I know what you guys like. I know most people come for, like I said, the tick videos and the gross stuff, but I like to do other stuff too. I have more to give you than just tick videos, but I promise when tick season comes back, I will give you more tick videos. So like, subscribe, let me know what you want to see. And yeah, have an amazing day and be kind to an animal today. Don't punch them in the head. All right.